Hi, how are you? It's Queen Said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and drop us a comment in the comment section and pass this video on if you know somebody who might be interested in this very interesting Aquarius topic. So basically it goes like this. I have several Aquarius right now who are in trouble in their relationships. And they're all in trouble for the same reason. So I wanted to tell you guys about it because I'm like, again, Aquarius? Okay, here we go again, you know? And this is very true of us, and I have done it myself, and I still do it myself sometimes, and I have to catch myself and work it out. But what's happening is that these Aquarius are shutting off on their partners. When I say shut off or shut down, what I mean is that they just completely detach from the situation or the conversation or whatever is going on. They just don't respond. They don't text. They don't answer the email. They don't answer the phone. Whatever the case is, the Aquarius just shuts off. They could be in a conversation, like, you know, right, like how we are right now. And the Aquarius, the person says something, or the Aquarius doesn't like, or something happens, and the Aquarius just shuts off, checks out. They're still in the room in some cases, but emotionally, mentally, they're out of the room. They're not even really listening. Sometimes the Aquarius gets up and walks out the room. But my point is that they have shut down. Now, this is very common for Aquarius. We don't all do this, but many of us do. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it because it's causing a lot of problems in my Aquariuses that I'm talking to, doing their readings. It's causing a lot of problems in their relationship. So I want to tell the Aquarius, I know that that is your defense mechanism. It's not that the Aquarius doesn't love you. It's not the Aquarius doesn't care about you. When the Aquarius shuts down, the Aquarius has become overwhelmed with emotion. They are overwhelmed with anger, frustration, sadness, sorrow, hurt, regret, resentment. There's something going on that at that moment they are shutting off because they are overwhelmed. They're more than likely, in a lot of cases, afraid they're going to say something too, because usually when we feel emotionally overwhelmed, we have the tendency to snap. So the Aquarius is thinking, this is not going to end well. So they detach, they shut up, they shut down, they cut off like a robot. You know, the whole thing just cuts down. And it is unfortunate to the partner because the partner, you guys can't work it out without the communication. So it's unfortunate to the partner and to the situation and to the Aquarius. But for the Aquarius, it means that they need that time. So I would say, if your Aquarius shuts off, they need a little bit of time. They need a little bit of space. But the Aquarius, you need to verbalize that. And you also need to give it an amount of time. So instead of just not saying anything and just shutting down, which is not going to help the situation, it will help you in the moment because the overwhelming feelings will stop. And that's what this whole thing is about. It's not because, like I said, the Aquarius isn't feeling you. It's because they want this to stop. It's overwhelming and it must stop before I snap. So, okay, I'm going to give you that because you need that. But you need to say that. You need to say, look, I need some space right now. I feel like I'm going to snap and I'm becoming overwhelmed with these emotions. Give me an hour, give me a day, give me a week, and then we can talk about this again. Aquarius, that's all you have to do. But you have to take accountability and responsibility for the fact that you're in this relationship. You can't cut off your communication with the other person. You can, you know, do what I just said. You know, you can slow it down for a moment and take a breather, but they need to hear that. They need to hear that that's what's happening. One of my clients was like, well, you know, Queen, you know, she just shut off. Is she coming back? He's not even sure if she's coming back. You know? And that's why is he feeling that way? Because she didn't say anything. If she had just said, you know what, I'm about to slap you and I need to go for a couple minutes and I'll be back tomorrow, okay? If she had said something, then he would at least know, like, okay, well, she'll come back. We'll talk about it later. She can't do this right now. But she didn't say anything. She just stopped responding to him. So Aquarius, when we do that to people, it really confuses them, number one, because they don't know what to think. And number two, it's unfair to them because we're in a relationship with them. And if you're in a relationship with someone, you owe them, seriously, you owe them communication. Because no relationship can move forward without communication. To me, communication is one of the things that you promise when you sign up for the relationship. You promise communication. You promise patience. These are the kind of things that you're not promising them with your mouth, but it's implied that you're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to give them some patience sometimes. You're going to have to, communicate with the other person when you're angry, when you're sad, you're going to have to do certain things. Another word I'm looking for is compromise. You're going to have to compromise sometimes. These are the things you sign up for when you get into a relationship without actually saying it, because these are the things that relationships take. And if you're not certain what a relationship takes, you shouldn't be in one. You should figure that out first. Because I did that. I got into relationships before I knew what they took. So that's why I've had so many of them, and that's why I've had so many bad ones. Because I got engaged at 12 and 13 because I thought it was fun and romantic and sexy, and I thought it was like the soap operas, and it wasn't nothing like that. So my thing to you, Aquarius, is that you have to understand, you and your partner have to understand about relationships before you get into them. And if you're going to get into them, that's what it means. That's what it takes. It takes for both people to do the things I just said about cooperation, communication, patience, compromise. Those are all of the things. And there's more stuff than that. Those are just the things that come to my mind when I think about relationship. So if you're in a relationship, Aquarius, you signed up to communicate with this person. You might be looking at me mad right now, but you did. If you're in a relationship of any kind, you have to communicate with the other person, or you have to communicate that you no longer want to be in the relationship. It's either one or the other. So shutting off on them and not saying anything is not going to help either one of you. You got to say something, even if that something is goodbye. Okay? So, like I said, you can't work something out that you won't talk about. You can't heal what you won't address. So, if you need time, state the time. State it. State that I need time, and state how much time. So the other person isn't in limbo wondering what's going on with their Aquarius. You see? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I will give you an appointment. All my information will be underneath this video, and I will talk to you next time. See you later.